Okay, welcome to the steaming of this Mamod Minor #2. Dates from somewhere around about 1963. Classic thin crankshaft, embossed crank, the steel pan type burner. Still got the remnants of a large rectangular decal on there. This one's a very, very good performer. It was previously in another large tool kit, a tool workshop with an SE3, but I've rebuilt this one into a smaller, lighter, easily more portable Meccano outfit now. So this one's primed a little bit, but I'll just see now if it's actually producing dry steam as opposed to lots of hot water. There we go. It does crack a little bit. You tend to find the water in these drop straight onto the lamp, obviously because it's an overtype engine. This one will run a little bit slower than it normally does, obviously because it's got the tools attached to it now. They've all had a thorough oiling, and you can see it's performing quite well. This one does run extremely fast when it's running light. They're great engines, very little to go wrong, very steam tight, no valve whistles or filler plugs or twin pistons to lose more steam, so it sort of converts most of the steam it makes into actually driving the piston. This one's had a thorough lubrication before I started, and maybe that band's a little bit on the tight side, but not too bad. You can see it's geared very much in favour of the engine to allow the engine to run fast, and it's driving just a simple workshop comprising of a grinder and power press. This particular miner obviously has got no overflow plug, so you have to angle it slightly, sort of at a lamp height. Sort of at this end, so it's going up like that in order to get the water level correct. But, so they do tend to run extremely well, because there's not much to go wrong with one of these. I'll turn it around a minute so we can get a little better, a bit more light. There's not much light in this study today. Rotate it around. You see it's not a drawn boiler, it's got two end caps, and by now the engine had reverted back to the thicker band as opposed to the sort of immediate late 1950s ones had these wire type boiler bands, though curiously they still leave a little cutout in the top of the firebox. And you see the drive side, piston side. This particular piston has a sort of one-piece eyelet type, very much sort of puts it around 63 because they were still being used on early TEs and certainly early SR1s. If I just stop it, you can actually see the plain eyelet end on it. Starting again. Paintwork isn't too bad, it's got this characteristic burning around here, they all seem to suffer from that. Paint's not particularly thick, and I don't think it's been particularly well primed either. Well, this little fella's running smoothly, and having no trouble running this simple little workshop. There we have an end-on view. You can see the very, very thin crankshaft. These became a lot thicker from mid-60s onwards. Don't know why they changed it, but there we have it. Flywheel's a little bit thinner at the rim by now, as opposed to the lovely 1950s ones, which have a much, much thicker rim here. It's very much later line shaft, certainly from 65 onwards. It's been refurbished and I've repainted it. The tools are a little bit later. Maybe this one's from about the mid-60s, this one's probably from the 70s, judging by the colour of the paint, which is like a rich sagey green colour. You can see the little cam on power press. I forget at which point that this bolt end replaced the plain plunger type tool or end on it. They've no longer got the oiling hose on them, which is a shame really. Probably made them cheaper to manufacture. Did tend to chuck out quite a lot of steam because there's no exhaust chimney on me, so if you pardon the slight 1970s soft focus. And you see it's put together on my sort of well tried and trusted Meccano angle girder. This is a nice 1950s piece, lovely green, and it's got plenty of bracing on here to hold everything down solidly onto the chassis. There you have it, a Mamod Minor number 2, somewhere around 1963, driving a simple little workshop, and a pleasing little outfit it is too, and I hope you've enjoyed it.